to be unboxing the Nike Alphafly Next Percent 3, which is a model that came out in mid 2024 and is Nike's current carbon fiber racing shoe for the marathon and for any kind of longer distance running. This is the football gray blue volt blue color wave. So as we open it up, what's cool is you get your own bag that comes in the color wave. So this is kind of the name of the game for this color wave, is this lighter blue. Reminds me of high school with your spike bag. They give you something to keep the shoes pretty, make sure that they're not getting dirty, even though they will eventually get dirty. So you get a bag, which is pretty cool. And then here you get some really cool, should just kind of make the box look a little more fancy. Let me open it up here. So I've already thrown these on and did a quick stride in them just to see how they felt out of the box. But let's start with the upper. So the upper is a mesh-like material. A lot of carbon fiber shoes are moving towards making sure that the upper feels like a glove, right? They want to make sure it feels like a racing caliber upper, and they don't want to have a lot of wiggle room. They want to make sure that it feels like a sock in a sense. And so that's what Nike is doing here with this Alphafly. This is a very breathable mesh. You can see my fingers through it. None of this is stretchy, but this tongue is a stretchier material. So if you look at where your foot slides in, it's almost like a sock in a sense. And so it's just like a glove. And so you really will need to use these, because I can throw a video up right now. It did take a second to slide my foot in. I almost thought, wait, did I need to get a bigger size? Turns out the size fits perfect. It's true to size, but they do make sure that it's tighter right here, because they want to make sure that your foot slides in, right? Just like a glove, and make sure that there's very little heel slippage. So one thing I do like is that these laces are not too long. I think anything with long laces just bother me, because I feel like I have to tuck it away, or double knot, triple knot, just to make them shorter. So that's the upper, very light upper. You got stretchy material here. You have some heel cuff right here. You always want to make sure that's supported when you're doing a marathon, whether that's with long socks or mid-height socks, or some extra cushioning in there. So that's great. And we move down to just the midsole and the outsole. And we look at the bottom here. So a big thing that you're going to notice is you're going to have a lot of rubber outsole up here, and you're not going to have a lot back here. One, that means the durability is going to be a lot less with this shoe, but it also means that they purposely did this they designed this shoe so that you're running here. They don't want you heel striking a lot. Obviously you are going to heel strike, later in the race, your legs get flat, but they specifically designed the shoe so that you're running closer to up here, forefoot, midfoot, right up on the toes, because it is a fast shoe. A lot of people have said that this shoe isn't their favorite if they're just running, a controlled effort, but it is their favorite when they're running fast. So a lot of people have said that if you're not attempting something faster or your best, that this shoe might not be as smooth, but when you are picking up the pace, it gets smoother and smoother. So we go down, we have the famous Zoom pods, which are kind of cool. You can kind of see how that works right there. And these pods right here are just extra support, extra bounce, extra response later in races and throughout the race. And so when I slid these on, it just automatically, I felt like I just needed to bounce off my foot, which is really good in terms of chasing PRs, right? And so I imagine this rubber outsole will last long. I don't think this will last long. So if you have any kind of heel strike or heel drag, I have a little bit. I imagine this is probably only going to last for 150, 200 miles. Moving down to the foam, this foam right here is just super incredibly light. It's just unreal how they designed this foam. It's super duper light. Then you can obviously see the full carbon fiber plate from beginning to end, which is great. Quite a bit of room here, so that you're not going to get rocks or anything stuck like that. I think they'll just fall right out. I am going to weigh these shoes. I do want to see what they look like. So if we pull up scale right here and see what's going on, a lot of people say that they're true to size weight. So this is a size 10.5. I'm getting 10.5 ounces right now, or sorry, 8 and about 8 ounces, a little over 8 ounces. Obviously it looks like a big, bulky, heavy shoe. It's not. I think at the end of the day, obviously weight matters. There's going to be lighter carbon fiber racing shoes out there. Asics Meta Sky, a couple others that are probably in the sevens. I think Adidas Adios Pros are also down there. But this shoe obviously has some technology that I think outweighs the extra ounce. Again, I'm seeing 8.18 ounces. So overall, the shoe is exciting. I think it's obviously a pretty price point, but Nike has included a lot of design into this shoe. You got Zoom pods, you got a lot of outsole right here. Again, if this is the reason this is heavier here is because it's built to be running on this component of your foot. This is just the foam, and then you got some very little rubber outsole back here. But overall, the shoe fits true to size. It comes in at a heavy price point of $275, I believe, unless you find a steal somewhere. But overall, I enjoy them a lot. I think as long as you're true to size, the shoe's going to fit. It does feel different than the Nike Vaporfly if you have ran in those before. So just be warned. I think these have more response. They're not as steady, but they have more response. And so again, the biggest thing with the Nike Alphafly is if you're trying to run fast, if you're trying to break PRs, and if you're trying to chase just new times, this is an incredible shoe. I think it's the top of the market. But if you're looking for a more steady shoe that may not feel as kind of crazy, I guess, maybe I would opt for a Vaporfly. I haven't tried the other carbon fiber racing shoes like Adidas and Asics, but I've also heard a lot of good things. So here is the Nike Alphafly Next Percent 3. And I hope you enjoyed just unboxing the shoe with me today. And please like, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear if you guys think that this is a good shoe or not. I know everybody has their opinions, and some people absolutely love the shoe. Some people aren't the biggest fans. So please like, subscribe, and just engage in comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next one.